Hey y'all, what the fuck is good?
I'm Kayden.
And I'm Mu.
Leave your opinions outside.
And all of your feelings aside. Cause we don't owe you shit.
Hello.
Welcome to We Don't Owe You Shit.
Well, we don't owe you shit.
Cause we don't owe you a motherfucking goddamn thing. We first of all want to thank everybody who listened to our last podcast. We got a lot of great feedback. And I sincerely appreciate y'all for that. So, let's talk a little bit. Y'all need to not message me and tell me that you like the episode. I need you to get on the actual
and comment in the comments on Instagram, on YouTube. You know, all of those things go a long way. It's something about the nature of when people see that other people are riding a wave, that they're gonna ride the wave. You know what I'm trying to say? So
yeah,
definitely think that, you know, if y'all fuck with us, that's something y'all should always keep in mind. Like, how can I help? You can help by commenting and showing everyone else just how engaged you truly are and how much you liked it.
Exactly. You know, I talk shit and everything, but I think that what people don't understand about doing this kind of work is that the best way you can support is by interacting with the content. Not just the clips you see on our social medias, but also, you know, by commenting and interacting with the polls and all of that good stuff. That being said,
share the video, do all that good stuff. Screen record the parts you thought was funny. Make a meme out of us. Make a meme out of me.
Make a meme out of me.
Make a meme out of
all
me,
the faces.
Make a meme out of me, I'm telling you.
So really quick shout out to Othello Moonchild, who said Aquarius vibes are always where it's at. And Angel, who said I love him, talking about Mu. I'm so excited for the next episode. Love this conversation so much. Appreciate you too for your comments. We only got 2 comments on that last video, which is odd because there were a lot more views than that. So,
a lot of people like called me in the back end and like told me like, oh, I watched it. It was so good. Blah, blah, blah. Like, so that's the craziest part, and that's why I felt like it was very important that we stated the last part we just stated, because a lot of people hit me up on the back end, telling me they watched it, they liked it, they enjoyed it. I feel like when I posted it, it did extremely well. Still to this day, I'm still getting like people who reply to me or they'll DM me talking about some why you hate niggas, or niggas that be act like they think they my man. They be like, why you wanna act like we not married? Like, oh my, like. So it's like y'all niggas watched that shit, like y'all watched it. So like, you know,
interact with it, like we appreciate the behind the scenes support, but you know we need like, you know,
I want all that good shit.
Yeah,
I want y'all to give it to me raw, give me all that good shit.
Raw is law.
That's I was about to say, why did that sound so raunchy?
Because it was.
Give it to me raw.
Because it was. All right, so I want y'all to know that this topic. Can we talk about this topic? Okay, so before I really like get into it, I'm gonna play it for us to hear.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie, and they calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder.
Murder.
It was murder in there.
Okay.
So in case y'all didn't hear that, Will Smith was bent over, ass up, face down, assuming position,
on the couch in the dressing room,
getting his booty hole blown the fuck out.
Prostate massage. So, okay, I want to talk about this now. Okay.
Oh, but wait, I'm sorry. he didn't show the part where they say he had a little dick. I think
Yes.
that was
And that was the other
necessary
thing.
to be
That was
touched
the other
on.
thing. So
wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick.
I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
okay,
I can tell you
that was the
what
part.
goes on
Okay,
on the inside.
okay.
She
So-
ended up right in his face.
yeah, like no, because what?
Who needs
So-
an enemy when we got friends like you?
So we're gonna address this in doses, okay? So I think let's first address this whole thing that Will Smith has a baby dick. I don't believe that for one motherfucking minute, and I'm gonna tell you why. And then you can tell me how you feel, and I'll listen as to why. Cause you looking like I don't know, friend. But hear me good. Will Smith does not give me little dick energy at all. Now, do I think Will Smith got a horse hanging between his legs? No. But I think Will Smith got a good between 6 and 8. Is it girthy? I don't know. But I feel like he has an average sized penis. Also, studies show that the average woman is perfectly okay with the 5 or 6 inch penis as long as it's girthy. This is just the things that I've heard, you know? Now, what threw me? Well, let me back up a little bit. Will Smith, you got to remember when Will Smith came out. Will Smith was nothing but a little scrawny nigga. He didn't start putting on grown man weight until what? I Am Legend? Hancock. You know what I'm saying? When he had to put on weight. But he was a tall, lanky nigga. What do we know about tall, lanky niggas? All they weight go right to that dick. So
Well,
to be sitting here saying he got a tiny dick, tiny,
well,
I
what
feel
I
like
will
that's
say
dragging
is,
it.
I ain't gonna lie and I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real bitch. I done met a couple niggas in my motherfucking lifetime where I was sure that dick was gonna be dicking. I was positive that dick was gonna be dicking. And when it came to fuck out, I was like, oh.
Well, hello there, little guy.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay. God bless your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Aw, little T.
And I can genuinely say, it's been the niggas that was something mask. I mean, I just knew that dick was gonna be big. I just knew it was gonna be big. And that shit was motherfucking little. So I don't know if I can just, if they, listen. Because ain't nobody ever said I had a little dick.
Right.
That's me personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't never heard that. Come out of nobody's mouth. So like,
he's shamelessly plugging that he doesn't have a small penis.
I do not have a small dick.
He does not have it.
We ain't here talking my dick. We talking about real
We're
dick.
clearly here to talk about your dick because you brought your dick into the mix. All of a sudden, like, that was crazy. But anyway, one thing people gonna do, one thing a nigga's always gonna do is nig. But here's my point. Small is subjective. You know what I'm saying? What's small to me might be huge to you. And vice versa. So to be sitting here calling this man's penis a pinky toe is giving me jealous bitch energy. Because if you really want me to give it to you raw, his best friend looks like not only is his penis tiny, but that he got shit stains in his drawers. He looked like he smells like earring back. He looks like he constantly has dirty fingers. He looked like a where my hug at type dude. You know what I'm saying? He looked like that type of dude that will befriend somebody like Will Smith and secretly be hating him behind his back the whole time.
Or the kind of nigga that were, you know, he didn't get no play. He got
None.
Pussy in school. He got no pussy growing up.
No pussy in adult
bitches
life.
didn't want to fuck him. He was never the friend that, even if they didn't want to fuck, he was never the friend that was like, oh, bring your friend for my friend. He was never the nigga that the niggas called. He just got no pussy. So it definitely do give, he like him. And maybe that's why he's so invested in his dick.
Yeah, because he's like
most
very
straight
invested.
men don't talk like that.
That was the other thing. How many straight men are out here talking about their best friend's dicks? And how many straight men are like so invested in what their friend is doing, and also like unprovoked, you got on this lady's thing and just decided you was gonna tell all of this now.
Because Tasha K was taken back.
She gave with
now,
friends like you.
And I'm gonna be a real bitch. I didn't watch the whole interview.
I didn't either.
But from what I seen from the clip, it gave very much. She didn't know how they got there. She didn't exactly ask. She didn't exact straight up ask. Was his dick little? That never came out of her mouth.
Yeah, and the crazy it gave. Seems we made a wrong turn back there.
Now we've been talking so much about his dick being little, but can we please touch on him getting fucked?
Okay,
blown
we was gonna get there first.
Bent over and blown the fuck out. I feel like if
he couldn't wait to get there.
If I feel like if that really occurred, that does add up to the small dick allegations.
Okay, hold on, wait, pause. Pause. There are plenty of big dick bottoms.
Love y'all too. We love y'all. So,
shout out to all my girls. There are a lot of big dick bottoms, and I don't think the size of your dick is really indicative of whether or not you're a bottom, because you know when it comes to like a cut up, this is what I've been told by many gay cisgender men. They like boyfriend dick. They not trying to be with no man who got a big ass dick who be wanting to fuck all the time, because goddamn, they be walking around.
Shout out to the boyfriend dicks.
So like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really give that just because, you know, he was getting fucked, just because he was getting top that night, doesn't mean that, he ain't versed. Okay, where were we?
Now, granted, there are some big dick bottoms, some big dick ass tops.
Yeah,
there are. And then we have the verse.
Yeah,
you know, the country that fall.
That's what I'm saying. How do you?
And I'm not saying that he's okay. See, no, maybe I want to say that he's a bottom. I think the gag was that he was bottoming. I feel like he was getting caught topping. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't even. And you know, let's just be real, because I feel like, I mean, maybe to the straight world, but in our community, y'all like to bottom shame motherfucking bottoms as if we don't need them. Who are we fucking
if there's no bottoms?
If there's nobody to fuck. So I feel like, you know, the big gag was bottom, but he bottom. Right. And they were saying Will Smith was topping. You whores would have been on the motherfucking. I know you bitches. I know how you bitches get. Y'all be in my DMs talking crazy. You whores would have been giving it up, talking
asking
about
for the video. Where the video at? Where the video?
Your drawers was moist. This is not penis. I don't care what y'all call it. And I know that for a fact, if he was topping, y'all would have been so motherfucking intrigued. It would have been astronomical.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, so let's talk about it even more. I think that there is this negative stigma that comes along with a man wanting his prostate massaged, and that is, you know, that is the man's G-spot. So maybe Will is just into some freaky ass shit.
Nah, but let me be real though. If you let a nigga fuck you, you gay.
Not gay. You could be bi, pansexual.
You like niggas, and I'm gonna say that much.
I'm a grown ass man.
You can be whatever. You can call it.
Get that through your head.
You can call it all the little shit you want to call it, but you like niggas, bro.
Yeah,
come on,
but okay.
You know, and it's kind of weird, and it's kind of, I don't understand what be going on with the whole thing, where it's like people. Even with the captions, like you send Twitter, like people like my straight plug pulled up with me and let me suck his straight and suck his dick from a man don't belong in the same sentence. If you a nigga and you fucking niggas,
or getting fucked by niggas,
or you fucking getting fucked by anything that you, if you a nigga and you like niggas,
and your dick is getting up by another nigga,
maybe that's gay. I mean, it's bi. You can be whatever you want to be, pansexual, but we're not going to exclude the fact that you're not straight. You are not motherfucking.
You are not heterosexual.
And I really want people to understand it. I really want. You might be DL, you could be on the low, but you.
Yeah.
Like niggas.
You got a little sugar in your tank.
Got some sugar in
just let that be what it
is. Nigga, you got some sugar in that tank.
Just let that be what it is. Like, the first step is acceptance. Now, the thing about it is, again, this was unprovoked. Like, you decided to say names. You were so confident in saying Dwayne Martin and Will Smith And it wasn't even it was the malicious intent to me. Okay, so to be clear, I had seen this popping up on my timeline different times throughout the day, but I had noticed that there's like this weird smear campaign happening for Will Smith, and even the title saying that that's his best friend was like, I was like, girl, I'm not watching this. I happened to be stuck at a light, and I happened to put it on my CarPlay. And when I say I screamed laughing, I mean there were tears coming out of my eyes because I couldn't believe the way this man described it. Will was bent over and Dwayne was killing that shit.
Murdering it. When I tell you my eyes went... When he said murdering it, I said... Murdered it. He murdered it. Is that what he did?
But, right. So here's my question.
Okay.
How
long did you watch?
Because here's what... Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So you're minding your black ass business. You trying to find your peoples, right? You open the door. You see... How long do you have to be standing there to know that it's being murdered?
And on some shit, it's giving some weird ass, creepy ass, like I was horny jacking my dick off.
And that's what I feel like.
Type shit because
I feel like he quietly opened that door.
Cause I fuck niggas, and if you walking on me fucking a nigga, I'm a whoa. My bad, baby. You know what I'm saying? My bad, shit.
Especially
you're not supposed to know.
Right.
So I'm gonna definitely pull out and stop him. I'm shocked. I'm like, shit, I'm caught.
Will should have turned around like, oh.
So for you to see that I was killing his shit.
Getting murdered. I feel like you took that little thing out and you was giving...
Murdered. I want everyone to focus on the fact that the word choice that was used was murder.
Murdered.
He murdered that pussy.
Murdered that bus.
Bussy, I'm sorry. I had to put the B on it. That is intense.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
But I also feel like a straight man would deny that first day, same day, hour after.
So he did deny it. That's where I was going with it now.
Oh, okay.
So according to the LA Times, Will Smith rejects all sex allegations by former friend. And Jada, she says they may sue. So here's the thing. Like, yeah, Jada came out and gave, like, very much the greater of whatever the fuck she was.
I'm so over motherfucking... Listen, let me tell you, I've never been over a bitch so much. I'm not even fucking her. And I wish that... I'm not even fucking her, and I would stop fucking her. Because she... If they are fucking. But she is, if he's fucking her, he's fucking his biggest hater. You ever looked around and been like, yo, I'm really fucking my hater, bro. This is really my hater. This motherfucking nigga, or in this case, this bitch,
right,
is is a hater.
Is a hating ass bitch.
That's a hating ass whore.
I refuse to believe that.
Fucking whore.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that she did that without conversation. I think that Will and Jada are a lot smarter than the average bear, and I feel like there was an understanding that was had, which is why Will was so gracefully not acknowledging any of that. He did, however, acknowledge and deny this. And when it says here, when paparazzi swarmed Jada, she said, we suing. We, not he, we suing. Also, this man... again, unprovoked, started telling all of these people's business, and like whether or not it was true, that is against the law. Like you can't just...
we're gonna be honest, we got a couple topics for you, so we're gonna wrap this on a moral of the story. Watch your friends, bro. Watch your motherfucking... This is supposed to be his
his assistant and closest friend.
His best friend.
Did you see the part where he said that he made everybody check into rehab whether they made everybody check into rehab whether they were addicted to drugs or not?
No.
Oh, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was wild. It was a very wild episode. And a lot of people are like, well, why would his best friend just do that?
And then, like, why is his interview about them?
Right.
Are you that much of a fucking nobody that you had to talk about them?
That's exactly what it is. And it's giving me jealousy vibes. It's giving me, again, little dick energy. It's giving me I needed to feel relevant. And honestly, the saddest part about all of this is that throughout all of this, what's his name? Tell me his name. Can you?
No.
We've referred to you as Will Smith's best friend. We don't know your name.
And you're not even a good
We don't
friend.
care to know your name.
So with that being said,
You did all of that, and you still not gonna get no pussy. And you still not gonna, because I feel like you want to get murdered. Like, bent over and murdered. You get what I'm saying? And ain't
he
nobody
probably get his
touching
shit
that.
motherfucking bent over and murdered and killed. Let me tell you something. He's still with his motherfucking friend. That nigga probably want to fuck him too.
He gives that he paints.
He probably want to fuck him too.
He gives that he paints. He
I
just
wouldn't
give
put that past that nigga.
He give that he pulled out his drawers and the whole room is just funky.
Watch your friends. Watch your friends. Lil Durk said it best. Watch your homies. Watch your fucking bros. Watch who you call your motherfucking friends, because as a friend, that ain't a motherfucking friend. And honestly, I think that's the most exciting that topic, because we just going to go in circles because it's so flabbergasted.
Yeah.
We don't know all the facts yet because they haven't given it all, but we do know is that ain't no motherfucking friend. And that's one guy.
Okay, so let's talk about the next hot topic. This just happened today.
Let's see.
This just broke today.
He's choosing the order, so I don't know what's going on. Just let y'all know. This is random to me as well. So
okay. This one is Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, is accused by Cassie. We all know, you've been waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call. Her. Oh, yes, background.
Yeah.
I know that I couldn't have you waiting at all. I've been so busy, but I've been thinking about what I wanna do with you. Okay. So he is accused by Cassie of rape and years of abuse in a lawsuit. Okay, it says here, this is the New York Times. In the suit, the singer says that Mr. Combs, known as Puffy or Diddy, subjected her to a pattern of control and abuse over about a decade. Mr. Combs vehemently denied the allegations, because why wouldn't he? Now, I already know where this is about to go. Well, why did she wait so long?
Because that was the first thing I said.
It is. Well, she must need some money. My whole thing is this. We have got to get out of this space, y'all, where we ask why victims take so long. You got to look to your neighbor and say, neighbor. And your neighbor going to say, huh? And there's a high chance that your neighbor has been a subject of sexual assault. Male, female, adult, child. We've all, for the most part, had some sort of rape, sexual assault, etc. happen. And a lot of us are still carrying that and not saying a word. So it's wild that we expect these celebrities to get on a public platform of millions of people and accuse someone like P motherfucking Diddy, P Diddy, of abuse and rape. That would make me...
You know, that's what I said. Like, damn.
That would make me nervous. And y'all know I don't shut the fuck up about nothing. But, like, we have to recognize the amount of power that money holds in our society. We also have to recognize that as a man, this man is already always given the benefit of the doubt. And because he's P. Diddy, every step I take, P. Diddy, responsible for Danity Kane. Like, let's be real. It's P. Diddy. People, y'all already proved it with R. Kelly, that y'all love to somehow separate the man from the music, but y'all will not separate the woman from the music, which is crazy. It's crazy. So the thing about it is, do I believe what Cassie's saying? Absolutely. Because one thing that you we'll have to learn in this age of social media is that these celebrities are not who they post.
They're whores.
P-O-S-T to be. They're not. What we see is who we want them to see, and we fall in love with the personality that they show us. But who they are outside of that,
I feel like, Cassie a pretty bitch. We all know she a pretty bitch. And when you really fine as hell for real, sometimes you get tired of a motherfucker trying to, you know what I'm saying? Fuck on you. Bitch, he probably wouldn't. Let me be real. And you don't know because we don't owe you shit. We gonna keep it real. He probably trying to fuck that girl every motherfucking night. He probably was like, yo, this shit just so bad. She's so fine. She probably couldn't take a shit without this nigga trying to put his dick in her.
But also, we also have to recognize that rape is not always about sexual arousal, and it is most often about power and insecurity. So thinking about the fact that she is as beautiful as she is,
right? And so
there's probably mad niggas that want her, and she was a model already.
This all leads back into just how the same way it is when you are in the sex work life. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to that idolization or something, regardless, you got this nigga, he paying the motherfucking bills. You with P motherfucking Diddy, bitch. Y'all heard Miami said it. He got money. Who can't afford to do what? He got the money to do whatever the fuck he want to do. Cassie a bad bitch. So she's playing the role of a bad bitch. She with a rich ass nigga. She playing the role of a bad ass bitch. And this man, first of all, he's gay. We all know
gives me that he has a tiny penis.
We all know he's gay. Dick don't give me big. We all know he gay. We all know he like boys too. So when it comes down to it, it's definitely.
You know what else I heard? I heard Usher likes boys too.
I did hear Usher like boys better. But Bobby,
I didn't even mean to go there, but it popped up on my news feed on Facebook today.
That's what Keke Palmer mom said, at least.
Really?
Of course, Keke Palmer. Did you see that?
No. But
she said a lot. She said a mouthful, but she kept repeating that Usher was gay. But why we talking about P Diddy? He's
right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
They said he's a gay man. And with that being said, Cassie a bad bitch, just like Miami. I don't know. I ain't gonna speak Miami because I don't know what's going on with Miami. But I'm just saying, Cassie said that he was fucking abusing her, raping her, and taking advantage of her. And I do feel as though people discredit date rape often.
And they discredit black women.
It becomes a thing where it's like you're supposed to do this because this is your nigga, or this is the nigga that's paying for every motherfucking thing. He making sure you straight, so you supposed to give us some pussy, girl.
You married, so you owe him your body.
You know what I'm trying to say? You supposed to give him some pussy because he paying the bills, or y'all together. Whatever the case may be, whatever reason that you think justifies why you supposed to give some pussy, that is what he is going to make. Or some dick, because
men can get raped too.
They can get raped too.
Let's be real.
They can definitely get raped too by some women. But I feel like when it comes to men, it gotta be more of something. It gotta be something.
Nope.
Something more discreet happen.
No. A lot of the times, if a man's penis is touched to the point of arousal, they will be aroused whether they want to or not. And if they're saying no and you still take it, that is rape. Period, point blank. When somebody does not consent, and even if they revoke that consent mid-sex, if you keep going, that is rape.
That is rape.
That is rape.
Now,
so yes, I believe that.
I will say that as I don't personally, my dick don't get hard from not aroused, but if that's the problem. If my dick is soft, stop sucking my dick, bitch. I'm telling you, I don't like it, and you still going for what? It's not even hard. Like, how are you having a good time? I'm telling you, I don't like it. My dick is not hard, and you still sucking on it. That don't make no sense, bitch. That's rape. That's rape. I don't care if I'm a man. I don't care if it's a woman. That's rape. But nigga is telling you I don't like stop, and you keep going, and it's just not doing it. You are raping him at that fucking point, bitch.
Anytime, give my vape.
You can't suck dick. You can't do it. So stop.
Anyway.
Stop it. Listen to him.
The bottom line is, I believe Cassie. I don't believe in victim shaming. And if you do, you're trash. rewrite that narrative. There is no statute of limitations to trauma, especially when it comes to rape and sexual trauma. There is no statute of limitations. There's no correct amount of time. It takes so much time to heal from that, to even find the strength to speak up about it. So stop questioning why it took so long.
And unless anybody that has been raped or anything sexually abused or any of that nature, I just want to say shout out to you and just know that it wasn't your fucking fault. I don't care how it went down, why you ended up there, why you were in this situation. It wasn't your fault. And if it takes
what you were wearing, what you drank, what drugs you took, how old you were, who it was, whether or not anybody believed you. First of all, not only shout out to you, but I'm sorry that you had to deal with that at all.
Absolutely. And if it takes you years to fucking come to an okay and a point where you understand that it wasn't your fault, that's okay too. Nobody, you don't, like Kayden said, there ain't no limitations to trauma. No statute of limitations to trauma, I should say. There's no time where you're just supposed to get over it. So whenever you do get over it, that's up to you. And
if you never get over it.
And if you never get over it. Because nobody said you have to forgive these weird ass, whore ass, hoe ass niggas. You can't stand you motherfucking niggas. And that's why I said that last time.
But and if you're friends with somebody and you know that they did something like that to somebody, you're just as bad as them. I just want to say that, because hold these people fucking accountable, because you can't take that away from people. And that's not something that you can erase. And a lot of us who have dealt with sexual abuse walk around and we are the funniest, most liveliest, happiest people. And we are triggered. There are triggers. Stuff like this, for me, triggers me, because I'm like, damn, I already know what I'm going to see in the comment sections. I know they're going to blame, oh, maybe her career must be failing, so she decided to speak out now. Oh, she must need some money. Oh, is they always trying to take down a black man? And Let me tell you something. Ain't no black woman sitting around that angry at black men that what they're going to try to do is take them down. Because honestly, Sean Combs is a millionaire. Or a billionaire. $30 million ain't nothing to him. And him vehemently denying it means nothing. Because any man in his position would do exactly that. R. Kelly denied it, and we all saw him pee on that little girl. We all saw it. Well, us old enough. Anyway, we all saw him have that, he didn't pee on the little girl, I'm sorry. He had that little girl pee. Dancing naked, pissing. We saw it. We saw it, and we acted like we didn't, and shame on all of us for that. Shame on you, P. Diddy.
Shame on you, P. Diddy. Shame on you to R. Kelly, and all you freak-ass
and also, all of y'all fucking weirdos who are like, I don't care what you say, I'm still going to listen to R. Kelly. Fuck you. Stop following me now. Unfollow this podcast. Act like you never knew who I was. Because I have 2 young children who happen to be girls. And if you have children, I'm so sorry for them, because I know that they're not in a safe space. And also, if you don't have children, just learn how to shut the fuck up.
I don't personally play R. Kelly, but I also don't trip. I don't
let that shit play at all.
I think that sometimes, you know what it is, and it's so crazy to be honest. I think sometimes you can hear the song and damn near forget. Not forget, but that's not the moment you think about, and then it'll dawn on you like, this nigga's a weirdo. And then you gotta remember,
there's a difference. Like, if you're listening to the music and you're not really paying attention, and you might even catch yourself singing and then
drunk,
you be like, wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you'd be like, wait a minute.
Dawn on you like,
oh shit, ew. That's different. But if you're actively still listening to Robert Kelly and you're separating the man from the music, I think that you are like, either you have pedophile-ish ways or you're a sympathizer for pedophiles.
He done said some scary shit, on A Step in the Name of Love. He was like, the real damn, what is that damn, the Peter Piper.
Yeah, that was.
If y'all don't know anything about this story about Peter Piper
led children.
He used to play songs and lead people's children away from them, along with them.
But y'all don't care, because you're going to separate the man from music. So we're going to move on.
The fairy tale is so sick. Y'all got to look up Peter Piper's story to really correlate how ill that was.
So we
were so oblivious.
Yeah, we were.
So
but you know
oblivious.
What?
Just
You know what? It's okay.
It's crazy.
It's okay.
It's crazy.
We know better, so we're doing better. So the last thing we're going to talk about is Keke Palmer. We're going to talk about Keke because when Keke went to the Usher concert and that man tweeted about her having a child at home and all y'all was like, well, he ain't wrong and and black women kept saying, no, he's being really controlling and that seems like abusive behavior. Y'all was ready to demonize Keke. Now you're seeing that this man was tossing her around like a rag doll, right? All of y'all had all these think pieces about Keke. All of these think pieces about Keke because this is what y'all do to black women, right? The first thing you want to do is discredit black women. It doesn't matter what they've done in their lives. You be ready. Especially you podcast having ass, hotep ass black men who want to talk about submissive women and how women want you for the money that you don't have. Y'all write dissertations, theses about why Keke was wrong and I haven't heard none of y'all address the fact that not only were you wrong, but there is video proof that all of the black women that were speaking out were right. Nobody has fixed that. Where y'all at?
Video? I didn't see that.
This woman, well, it stills from the video. So she had surveillance video in her house. I mean, obviously she's not going to release the fucking video. They're in the middle of a legal situation. But there was stills from surveillance video of her in her house. And there's no...
And those pictures, to me, it looked like he was trying to grab something. I wasn't there, so I'm not sure, and I'm not justifying. I'm just saying. It looked like he was trying to snatch something, like they were tussling. Like he was trying to grab a phone, perhaps, and she was not trying to let that phone go. And shout out to my girlfriend not to let that phone go because, bitch, I ain't letting the phone go either.
Shocking allegations of domestic abuse from popular TV personality Keke Palmer. The former host of this one of her being thrown over the back.
It looked like he trying to grab
his hand around her throat. Keke Palmer alleges the domestic violence.
His hand around her throat.
Los Angeles, the actress who filmed this one of her being thrown over the back of
He's not grabbing anything.
His hand around her throat.
Also, why was he throwing her? And then the other thing about it is when you look at the video, you have to get into the fact that
I believe we need to see the video.
These are different. No, I mean if you look at the stills, they're different
frames from.
They're different days. So he was trying to get the phone from her on different days?
They're different days.
In different outfits? Let's be so fucking for real. And that's what I mean. My whole thing is, I'm not in the space of demonizing anyone, but what I really do need for people to recognize is that it is ingrained in us to not believe women. It is specifically ingrained in us not to believe black women, even when it's right in front of our faces. Because all you had to do was look. She had on a gray shirt, just a gray shirt, and underwear. You could tell because in certain angles, you had to have it blurred out. Like, because she only had on underwear. On the stairs, she had on black. She had on a different outfit. This man was abusing her. And because we are so inclined to not believe black women, we want to be like, oh, it looked like she must have been hiding something. He must have found something out. And I stopped it.
But that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was...
Low-key it was, but it wasn't overtly what you were trying to do. So
I was truly trying to analyze the situation because what I will disagree with is that the whole narrative that we are so quick to disbelieve black women, I don't believe that's true. I feel like black men are the bad guy. If a woman say they're the bad guy, they're the bad guy, and that's been since the beginning of time. If a bitch scream rape, they were raped.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask,
and I'm not saying that when it's wrong, it's wrong. Wrong is wrong, and right is right.
So I'm gonna ask
that, and I think as a grown adult, you know, wrong is wrong, and when you know when you've done right, and wrong is wrong, and right is right. But
this is where the beauty
I do not think that
this is where the beauty of me being trans, comes in at, because I have a lived experience that you'll never understand, and I lived my childhood and a small portion of my adult life as perceived women. And I know, I'm not speculating, that people will come to the aid of men before they come to the aid of women, and even more so before they come to the aid of black women. And I'm going to even go even further and ask the black women who are listening to chime in. Do you believe, as a black woman yourself, I don't care if you're cis woman, trans woman, whatever, that people will believe a woman over a man first?
Well, I think we obviously know the answer that you gave, and I feel like if you have men in the audience, they should not just specifically your black women. If you're black, period, and you hear this topic, because if you're a black male, I want to know what you think too, because
I'm not really interested, but you can add it.
He's not. I want to hear, because regardless, I mean, I grew up my entire life as a male, so I grew up my entire life as a male, and I do absolutely 100% stand by the fact that as a man, as a black man, it don't matter what they say you did wrong, you did it. It don't matter who said it.
But how wrong, how incorrect is that though? How incorrect do they be? Okay, because when a black man is accused, do it like, okay. So let's figure. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way.
Because now we're getting broad, right?
No. And that's why
let's read.
No.
Right? Because now
I don't want to.
I think even when I said that, I made it broad.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I don't want to talk about when we're including
the law,
or the law, and then white people and right. We're talking about specifically in regards to black women,
black men.
And
but even then it's still though. But even then it's still.
How long do they be?
Even then, it's still, as a black man, we're not even just talking about abuse or domestic violence. We're talking, we could just be speaking children, because I have brothers and things, and I do so know black men that absolutely want to do things correctly for their child to stand up there, and just because they are a black male, if they bring it to the law like it's a problem, they're wrong.
That's not necessarily true. Because laws have changed a lot, even in red states.
Shit.
That being said,
take a baby from you like it's nothing.
There are absolutely exceptions, but when we talk about a black woman or a woman accusing a man of something, yes, they're usually, they do not automatically side with the woman, because there's a lot of victim shaming that happens. There's always some sort of
are you speaking about society and social media, or are we speaking about the law? Because
in general,
the law always goes sides with women.
I disagree.
They do.
So why are there so many men who have raped women who are walking free right now? Why are there so many women who have been... Hold on. Why are there so many women who have been forced to bear children of their rapists? Why are there so many women and children who have been sexually assaulted or unalived by men, and those men are still walking around? So the thing about it is, yes, there are moments, but if we're going to be honest about the fact is, those moments where women are getting away with accusing men of things that they didn't do, it's usually white women accusing black men.
Usually white women.
You're bugging. I got some, where they get away with it?
I got some friends where I'm like, sis, your plan is to do what? And they do it. And they do it. And they eat that up. But I'm like gagging like, damn.
Again, there are shitty people all over the world, and there are exceptions.
Now that's some shit. Now let me say something. Because as we know from the last podcast, if you watch the last podcast, I'm not an advocate of men. I have a strong disdain for men. I fucking hate niggas. So, I really, really wanted to state that, because I do not want y'all to get away with thinking.
And I want to also...
You need to plug this up. Yeah. I don't want y'all to get...
Oh, wait. Yeah, unplug that. Plug that up. This one right here.
I don't want us to get away with ourselves and think for a second that I'm just this advocate for men. I hate niggas.
Right. Okay, but I want you to understand, before you continue, you can have a disdain for niggas, right, and still be someone who has misogyny, patriarchy, and misogynoir instilled in you, because these are things that are unconscious biases and unconscious microaggressions. So you may feel, hear me before you speak, You have been taught to feel the way that you feel, but the numbers, the statistics, and the facts refute what you're saying. And that's what is in the most important part here. Like, yes, you have friends that are shitty people that are accusing people of doing crazy things. Of course, there are shitty people all over the world that do dumbass things and they get away with it. Great. But the majority, the numbers, the facts, the figures prove otherwise. And that's what matters. Like, I get it. We all have lived experiences. However, the fact remains that black women are, we can even take it even further. Black women are seen as rude and aggressive and abrasive and all of these other things. Mm-hmm. When they speak up for themselves, there's always some sort of ulterior motive. They're looking for money, they're looking for fame, they're looking for all of these things. They said the same thing about all of the women that stepped up, especially the black women that stepped up about Bill Cosby. Proof. Yeah. There was proof. And they still said, oh, these women are looking for money. They're looking to bring down the black man. It's everywhere that you look, but you're so conditioned. We are all so conditioned to believe otherwise. That it's like, no, it's just that, no, we're making excuses for our internalized misogyny and specifically misogynoir. That feeling of black women being inferior to men. And it even comes up in all of the conversations about heterosexual relationships, which we'll talk about in different podcasts, about how black women are too masculine these days and they don't want to be submissive and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you really have to think about, what is the obsession with making black women submit? Why is that such a thing? Like, that's crazy as fuck. What makes black women beautiful and amazing is their strength and resilience. And they want to take that down a notch. That's too aggressive for them. That's all internalized misogyny and misogynoir. Like, we have to really start looking at things from all different perspectives. But that's why I wanted you here, because I appreciate your perspective. And also, we can learn some things.
I have yet to speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and I've been trying to jump in. I should have been jumping in a long time ago because there's different points in my mind. I was like, okay, bitch, write that down, boom, note it,
pin it. Yeah, that's how conversation.
I don't think that I remember all them pins, but
drugs. No, I'm just
fuck you. I want to touch on the fact. Matter of fact, let me say this from the door, baby. Let me tell you something. If Keke right, I'm with Keke. I don't know this nigga.
She is right.
I don't know him. And I'm not saying she's not when I say if. I'm saying if because there are still people who want to make this a speculation, whatever the case may be, it's going to go to court. And when it come down to the come down, baby, I don't know that boy. I grew up with Keke Palmer. Keke, I'm with you. Bitch, I'm with you. I was just simply saying that I think that people were trying to analyze what was going on. Now, there were some people who were absolutely biased, and that's the truth. But I think that some people were just trying to analyze what exactly they were seeing in the stills, because the video came out too, and everything just became something where it's gonna be three sides to the story.
Okay, but can I ask you
her side, his side, and the truth?
Right. What would Keke, the breadwinner,
I didn't. No.
And all of that have to gain by saying that this man
you
abused
already
her.
have said.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Enough. So it's my turn to speak. There's always three sides to every motherfucking story, and I don't care who's telling me.
Are there?
There is.
I disagree.
It's your side. It's always your side, my side, and the truth. It's always.
But my side could be the truth.
From your point of view, it's always going to be your side, my side, and truth, because it's always point of view. So no matter how you say it and how you seen it, and no matter what went down, there's always going to be another way that the person that did whatever they did had their own point of view, and they felt this way, and that's what led them to this and that, and you may not know, maybe you didn't know that detail that triggered it. Not saying it was right. We're not saying that you wrong, they wrong. Just simply saying you didn't know that was da-da-da-da. No matter what goes down, there's always your side, my side, and the truth. That's just the fucking fact. There's always your side, my side, and the truth. If me and you get into an argument right now, I'm gonna tell that shit from my point of view.
Right.
You hear it from you, you're gonna hear from their point of view. You can hear it from the both of us. and hear two, like, okay, it's the same story, but two something that's different about each one of the same stories. There's always going to be a third story which just simply blankly, plain as day, what happened. However, I'm not saying she's not a victim because you don't know that side of the story.
If a nigga punched me in the face,
he punched me in the face.
If a nigga beats me the fuck up, regardless of the way I tell the story and the way you tell the story, the truth is that nigga beat me the fuck up. So
however, but we still have to think about, okay, so we're going to, like, public situations.
The why doesn't matter.
Public situations. Remember when Chris Brown and Rihanna's situation happened, and then years later Rihanna was to come out and say that she started everything and she was sorry for just saying a third. She started it, but that doesn't mean he should have beat her ass. She still but she said, but her truth was that she beat his ass first. She beat the shit out of him. She was fucking him up, and then her truth was that he beat my ass, but I was fucking that nigga up. That was her truth. Like, that was her truth. I'm not saying that's what Keke did. I'm just simply saying there was years later we found out there was his side, her side, and the truth. There was always a third story. Yes, and I'm not saying that Keke's not telling the truth. I'm not saying that he's not telling the truth. All I'm saying is that us being as though they're famous, yes, we're gonna weigh in on things, but in real fucking life, when in real relationships and real things come the fuck down, these bitches probably get back together in a few years. I'm not saying they are, because I doubt that, but I am just simply saying people have to learn that we don't always know.
We don't always know.
We be talking about. We don't know. We don't know.
But the fact remains that this man put his hands on her. That's what we know for fact because we see it. And the thing about it is, there's never a space where it's okay for anybody to put their hands on anybody. Period, point blank. If they were to get back together,
if we're dating, that's on period.
Yeah, if they were to get back together, that still doesn't negate the fact that he put his hands on her. We're not saying that he put his hands on her and he's incapable of changing.
It don't negate it, but you're not gonna, like, you know damn well you had some times you sat there with a friend where it's like, bitch, we just talked about. Bitch, be real. And you're just like, bitch, now hold the fuck up. We just talked about it. And you have me talk all that shit. And now you fuck him again. Girl, you know what, the next time, girl, don't even fuck. And we done all had that happen, and we done be like, bitch, next time, bitch, don't even call me, bitch. Because I just said all that, and you fucking him again. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just simply saying that we done had the moments that we just sat there and told all that shit, and now we look stupid, because it's like.
But that's the thing. Let them look stupid, but it doesn't negate
let them look stupid, but
the facts are still the facts.
But the facts are also that a motherfucker do what you allow to. If you gonna go, if y'all fuck with each other again, and I'm not even speaking on them because we don't know what's gonna happen with them. Now we're just speaking hypothetically, right? We went somewhere else with it. If you fuck with them again, bitch, the fact is you ain't that motherfucking tired. Because, bitch, let me tell you something. Me personally, I'm not gonna fuck up twice. I'm not doing that. And that was on our list. Spin the block. Yes. I'm just simply not doing that. I'm not doing that, bitch. You got me fucked up because somebody tell you who they are, believe them the first motherfucking time. And I'm gonna do that because when you choose to ignore it, bitch, let me tell you something. Now bring back to them. If that bitch was to go back to that motherfucking man, it absolutely doesn't motherfucking matter what he did, bitch. Because why the fuck should I care and you care and we care and you don't motherfucking care? You go fuck that man again, bitch. He ain't whoop your ass that motherfucking bad, bitch. You high? That's not true. Absolutely, it is, bitch. Okay. It is. Spinning the damn block. Spinning the block and how that shit is crazy and how it's sometimes best to just keep our damn mouth shut because if that bitch spin the block, we gonna look stupid for thinking that we had the fucking right to say so much about some shit that we didn't even know because if that bitch go back, she wasn't that. That's tired. Not
true though, because we have to also understand how trauma works, right? So like with trauma, especially if you grew up in like a tumultuous household or
my grandmother told me if you knew better, you do better, bitch.
Yeah, and also your grandmother grew up in a time where we were supposed to swallow our trauma and not acknowledge how trauma affects the brain and our relationships and all of that stuff. The way that we view love is heavily influenced by how we received love. So if we are told or taught that love looks like somebody treating us like shit, even though it could be the worst thing that we've ever endured in our lives, we will probably still go back because that was our example of love. That doesn't mean that he wasn't whipping her ass good enough, because that is, again, victim shaming. Because what we have to recognize is that there's a reason why people of abuse stay. It's not because they enjoy the abuse. It's not because they don't see the abuse as abusive.
I don't think that he would.
And so when they go back, it's because of a lot of things like trauma bonds, manipulation.
And that's what I'm saying. That is the third truth. We don't know. Like, I don't know why the fuck you go back. Bitch, you might just think this is some toxic shit that's cute.
I don't think that anybody thinks it's cute.
No, I'm not gonna say anybody. I'm not gonna say anybody.
Okay, I don't think most people.
No, we can't say most people. Because majority of these bitches nowadays do. They just think that shit is cute.
Because they think that it's love. Which goes back to my original point.
Bitches, listen. Bitches are, these are the same bitches, but we think it's cute. Like, I can map my hands on a nigga. I think a nigga lying to me. I'm just...
Because they have been taught.
That's what they think that shit is cute.
They think it's love.
What
they think it is.
All I'm saying is, if that bitch, if we done all be in that situation where we done talked all that shit, and that bitch started fucking that nigga again, and be like, girl, you know what? Next time, leave me out of it. Don't call me. Because you ain't gonna stop. You're gonna keep fucking at me, and you don't care, bitch. You just want to.
And I'm not that type of friend, because I'm the type of friend that's gonna say, well, now you know how I feel about this, and you know that this happened and this happened and this happened, but you can still come and talk to me.
I'm gonna answer the phone call, but I'm the friend that's gonna chew you the fuck out too.
You can,
and I am
with love,
but I am.
That's fine.
I'm like, you dumb ass bitch. Now
anyway.
You know I'm gonna stand by you anyway, but you dumb ass fucking bitch.
And
are you fucking kidding me?
That's how real friends are. So
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if everyone wants to love Keke so much, stop bashing the nigga. We don't know how she shoot.
I'm going to bash him.
Because for all we know, she still love that nigga and gonna fuck with him again.
She can still love him.
And when it come down to it, she don't want...
He's still trash.
Let me tell you something, because...
He's still trash. I'm bashing him. He's trash as fuck. He's trash. He's a whack ass nigga.
When you are in that point of view of the bitch that want to go back, it's so hard. And sometimes it's not just about the fact that you love this nigga, or you know that whatever you played your part and you deserved your ass whooped that day. You did.
No, nobody.
No, I'm not saying she did. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not. Shut up. Because sometimes, bitch, I know I should have deleted the messages because I was texting niggas. I knew he was going to see that shit.
Me texting niggas does not mean...
No. Whatever. Bye, humble ass. It's my turn to talk. When it come down to it, it makes it so much harder when everybody around you is got so much to say, and you're like, oh my god, they're gonna think I'm stupid. Oh my god, they're gonna do this. Just let her, and like, as a real person, go through whatever she's going through her relationship. If it really is bad, then she can leave and let her leave. And if she goes, and she decides to go back and fuck with him again or whatever, let her, like, do not pre-perceive something y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. So just do not perceive. I just feel like you shouldn't pre-perceive. We're not her friends, so we don't know enough to really pre-perceive.
She's my friend in my head. Keke, I love you.
We don't. I love you too, girl. And if you want to go back,
he don't love you.
If you want to, I'm a real ass motherfucking bitch. I do so love you. I'm a real bitch, and this is how real bitches talk to you. If you want to fuck with that nigga, bitch, do fuck with that nigga. If you want to leave that nigga, leave that motherfucking nigga. I don't know better than you know, but if you know, bitch, if you know better, do better. If you know better, bitch, do better. And that's for all the bitches out there that can take anything, listen to this, for all the women, because I don't want to call y'all bitches, because that's just how I talk. That's my verbiage. It's not how I feel about anybody. If you're a woman, you're going into any domestic violence. If you're going to take a shot to domestic violence.
My cup is empty, but cheers. Oh.
Listen, if you ever going through it or anything, if you feel as though that you want us to do with that nigga, do you, boo. And if you feel as though it's time for you to go, you go. But what I do want to put out there to everybody, anybody is, fuck what he said about my grandma. That shit is the truth and that's fact. If you know better, you motherfucking do better. Bitch, and can't nobody do it for you. Can't nobody want it more for you. Can't nobody remove you from what you know you need to leave from. But if you know, I ain't telling you that's going to be easy. I'm not saying that. That is not what's coming out of my mouth. I'm not telling you that the shit is going to be easy or that it's going to be just a walk in the park. But what I am telling you is, bitch, you need to wake the fuck up and choose you, because if you know better, you motherfucking do better.
And if you feel like you want to do better and you don't,
and I'm praying that you choose to do better.
If you don't feel like you have the resources, there are resources out there. I'll make sure I list some in the comment section and in the caption, because I do know how hard it is to get out of abusive relationships. I do know how hard it is to remove yourself from abusive people. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about friends. If you want to get out and you feel like you can't, we understand that. We talk a lot of shit. And that being said, that doesn't mean that we don't see you. We see you, you're valid, and you matter, and the resources are out there. Also, I will say that therapy works wonders. If you can afford it, or if you have the resources to do so, they are out there. Seek it. And with that being said, we are going to wrap up this episode. Y'all keep watching us sit here and get tipsy. I hope you really enjoyed this. Y'all said y'all wanted more of this, so we got it. Again, if you are not ableist, classist, racist, transphobic, homophobic, all of the phobics and isms and ists, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. We love real, raw, whether you agree, disagree, whatever the case may be. We're here for you, unless you love R. Kelly. And with that being said, have the motherfucking day you deserve.
We don't owe you shit.
Peace.